Dr. Luke is credited as a producer on the EP. That alone says a lot.
It's my opinion! Don't you get it? Why can't anybody have an opinion but you?
Let's go in order, starting with the first song, Jump, released last year during July. This song and the music video were controversial at the time of release due to AI allegations. I'm not really concerned about that. I will say that the parts of the music video where the huge crowd of people were thrashing around so crazily was borderline demonic to me, and it comes off as worshipping Blackpink. Another part of the music video that I'll speak on is people's complaints that Jisoo wasn't featured a lot. Guys, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just speaking my opinion because at the end of the day, the stuff isn't that deep, right? But when Jisoo is sliding on the side of the street, like sliding down, I'm sorry, she doesn't pull off the badass vibe as well as the other members. And this song had like a bad bitch type of vibe to it. So I don't understand why people were shocked that she wasn't featured as much. Now I will say in that kind of strobe light type of setting in the music video where they have a solo shot of every member except for Jisoo, I will say that was pretty shady of whoever was making the music video. But anyways, I'll focus on the music. I actually really enjoy the song Jump, despite it being hated so much by a lot of people. Surprisingly, I do like the loud trumpet sound in the chorus, and I find this to be a good song to get hyped up to. I did add this to my phone. It really makes me want to dance. I love the different colored latex shirts the members wore as well. Overall, Jump was a good song to me and the best on the EP. 2. Go. I briefly mentioned this song in my review of the February 2026 K-pop comebacks, but I'll go into deeper detail here. I don't like Rosé's lyric, "I want your soul," or where LaLisa is saying, "Your guardian angel, your kingdom come." Since returning to Christianity, I don't care for songs where they try to compare themselves to being divine. I will say I love the pre-chorus, where they're like, "March to the beat of my drum, 'cause when I call you, you gonna come, holding position, it's gonna blow, you only move when I say so." And I have to sing that part because I am not trying to play with YG Entertainment or whatever, the black label. I'm not trying to play with their copyright. I've heard that they are crazy about it, okay? So that's why this video is edited quite a bit differently than my typical K-pop videos. I'm trying not to chance it too much. Rosé, when she's singing it, sounds so powerful and good. Basically, when all the members sing it, I love it. But then, let me stick to my notes.
I'm so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
The music video was very high quality, but that's to be expected from this group. It was disappointing to see no dancing. The theme seemed to be people in rowboats on an ocean and space, and then the Blackpink members being launched into another planet to be the new alien species. I say this because Jennie has goo on her body in one scene, and then Jisoo is shown removing or peeling a layer of skin off in another. There's also this weird AI green woman creature that is shown holding a member in a cage in its stomach. I'm not sure if this green figure is supposed to represent Mother Earth or something like it, and how we are all in it since we live on planet Earth. I also don't get the AI couple image.
That's what she said. And you know what? What was that? Okay, James.
With the green creature woman being shown again, and then they kiss while the credits are shown. Is this supposed to represent pollution infecting Earth? Is the dark male figure supposed to represent the blackness of space and how humans have transcended their original planet? I don't know. I wonder if the directors of this video even thought that deeply into it. Maybe I'm grasping at nothing. It seems like the video was filmed almost entirely separate, with the exception of the random oar/rowing scenes, which are minimal. Maybe due to their packed schedules, they couldn't film a lot together and had to mainly do their scenes alone at different times. I don't know. It didn't feel like a group project, really. I will say, as I finish up my thoughts on Go, it makes sense Jisoo gets barely any lines. Jisoo is widely considered the visual in Blackpink, and I think she was given this label because the visual typically isn't treated as the main vocalist or dancer. Their main job is to be pretty. Visuals matter a lot in K-pop. A lot of K-pop is superficial. Jisoo has improved a bit over the years, but her singing and dancing skills are still lacking compared to the other members. And I say this as someone who holds that opinion, but also I really like her solo songs, especially Flower and Earthquake. But watching her perform on stage, it's clear that her abilities are just lesser. And I'm pretty sure that she didn't intend to become an idol anyways at first. She wanted to be an actress. I feel like this is kind of obvious while watching her perform, that it's not her main priority, her main passion. She's more of an idol than an artist. And I feel like Jennie is the most artistic of the bunch. But just as with the Jump music video, Jisoo got sidelined. I'm not surprised by this because, well, this has been the trend in the group for 10 years now. What did you expect? And yeah, Dr. Luke is a producer on this EP. That alone says a lot. You know, the music industry is a dark place, but you're deciding to collaborate with a predator, I'll say it that way, that says a lot. Yeah. Overall, Go is just not a song to be hyped up over. The instrumental chorus kind of feels like a slap in the face, and it's just too empty in my opinion. Blackpink will make you go is not good enough for a chorus. I was really let down by Go because for once I was actually pretty excited by their teaser for this upcoming song, the upcoming video, and then I was just totally let down when I listened to it. And yeah, I'm not gonna get hyped up again. I'm gonna keep my expectations really low because this song just does not deserve the hype. But anyways, let's move on to the next song. 3. Me and My. It's so corny and trashy to have the lyrics, "Hide your man, we ain't playing, just me and my girls," at their age, when they should know better than to play into that tired cliche of female rappers and singers, especially in the West, bragging that they can take your man. It's not cute. Lisa seems to really want to play into this badass image, but then in all of her interviews, she speaks in this fake little girl voice, so I'm not really sure what her deal is, if she really wants this image. She should try to act a little more grown up if she wants this badass rapper image to come across as real and not just purely a musical act. Overall, this song seems like a reject from Lisa's Alter Ego album, which I wasn't a fan of. This should have just been a Jennie and Lisa duo song in my opinion, since Rosé and Jisoo are hardly on it anyways. So quickly summing up my thoughts on Me and My, trashy and unremarkable.
I said what I said. I said what I said. I said what I said.
4. Champion. The beginning instrumental of this is amazing. Seriously, it's moody and reminds me of Molchat Doma and other Russian post-punk sounding music. I thought, whoa, I might actually have to add this song to my phone. And then that all fell apart and the song turned to crap. Lisa sounds corny on this. I can't deny it. The lyrics, "We eat losers for dinner, hit hard, hard like a heart attack." I think she should have just rapped in Korean or something instead. I loathe the chorus, and this seems like a song to be played in the background of a Dove deodorant ad for women or in the back of a Tampax commercial. Towards the end of the song, the energy picks up again with the breakcore elements, but then loses all of the momentum once more by just chanting Blackpink, 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 Blackpink over and over again. I would think the same thing if another group kept chanting their name over and over in place of quality lyrics. Saying your name as a group is totally fine in music. For example, we all know that Stacy will go, "Stacy girls, it's going down," stuff like that. But for example, BTS, 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 BTS at the end of a song would be annoying too. The beginning of the instrumental was so promising, it's actually painful. This song is an example of wasted potential. 5. Fxxboy. I'm just gonna call it that and not say the actual word because I'm trying not to cuss anymore. I don't like this song. How's it feel now I'm the Fxxboy? That's just trashy and low effort. There's this idea that's been popularized that girls should act the way that bad guys act. Why? Revenge is dumb. The idea of being an Fxxboy is playing a bunch of people at once and lying to them about it and being a cheater. I don't like that being glorified in music, whether sung by a male or a female. What a weak song to end the EP with. My overall thoughts as we close out this video: an EP release is ridiculous at this point in their career. A full-length album should have been released instead. If you do an EP, it should all slay, not just one song be enjoyable. I think this will be their last release for a long time, possibly for many years to come or forever, hence the title Deadline. It seems fitting to come to this conclusion because the members clearly have a bigger focus directed towards their solo projects and activities. That's normal after 10 years of promoting as a group, particularly in K-pop. That's to be expected if you even last that long. Blackpink has some good songs, of course, that I thoroughly enjoy, such as Shut Down, DDU-DU Boombaya, How You Like That, and Playing with Fire, if you want me to prove that I actually am not a Blackpink hater. But I can't help but feel that Blackpink should just disband already. I don't think that that's going to happen officially, at least not for a while if it does. It's not hate towards this group, but rather it's clear that they have outgrown this group and have a lot more creative freedom in their solo songs. Jennie's Ruby album was my favorite out of all 4 of their soloist ventures. And I was most excited for Rosé's Rosé album, but ended up only liking a few songs from it. I might end up covering my thoughts on each of their projects in a future video, even though that's considered old news now. Deadline EP seems rushed, even though it was delayed by like a year. Think about it. It's odd to release a single for an EP nearly a year prior to the EP being released. That's really unfathomable, almost. And I've seen a lot of people say that this is what Blackpink does, like what their entertainment, like YG or the Black Label. I don't know if they're still under YG. I don't care to keep up with all that stuff. But I've heard a lot of people say that this is the strategy for the group. I'm not saying the members dictate this, but the people, the higher ups in the company, that because BTS is having a comeback in March, that this was planned to come out before, like right before BTS comes back. I don't know if that's true. I don't tend to think that deeply in K-pop about these strategies for marketing, but yeah, maybe that is true, because who waits almost a year to drop an EP after releasing the main single? That was July 2025. We're now, actually, now that I'm filming, we're in March of 2026, but this was released February 27th, right before February ended. But yeah, Deadline EP is bad. I think if you eat this up, it proves that you are one of those blinks that you will just eat up anything. And that's why this group has not improved with their sound, and it's actually starting to go downhill, or maybe has been for a while. The type of effort they put into their songs, because this isn't it. I am a very casual listener of Blackpink, and I could never be a full-on fan of theirs because they take so long to release new music, and when they do, it's minimal, low effort, and now it's really getting trashy. because it's talking about hide your man, I'm gonna F your man, and I'm the F boy, and it's sleazy. And I guess they want to market more towards the West, and that's kind of the way it goes here with music. That's what's most popular. So anyways, if you think I'm too harsh, get over it. This is not a little snowflake type of channel, okay? I don't only do K-pop content, but I do not beat around the bush. This is how I feel. If you don't agree, okay, but it's really not that deep. I only say this because the Blink fandom is notorious for being pretty crazy, so I do expect to get a bit of backlash on this video, but whatever. At the end of the day, it's just K-pop, guys, and I didn't like this. See you in the next one.